So we need to put a piece of Grasscloth, Philip Jeffries Manila Hemp, in this soffit area to complement the housing around the mechanical shade that will be going up, like the one over there. So we have this bend. A couple of ways to do this. The easiest way to ensure that that sharp 90-degree bend, this is wood. The best way to do it is to bend your wallpaper into place. Could you do the same procedure for this plaster and lath corner? Would you do it? Well, you would fail because this is not perfect. You would need a laser to see if your corner and your laser are on point. What you would best do there is to put your wallpaper on that corner and then bend it, but according to the contour of the current corner. So you would let the wallpaper flap over your corner straight like that, and then mark it with a pencil where you will anticipate the Grasscloth bending to come over to this side. And that'll give you a true reading of where your corner falls on your particular corner and piece of Grasscloth. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Make believe this piece is this entire sheet here. So we're up close. That's our Grasscloth. And we need to bend it over here. Well, since your corner, I mean, look closely. You can see that the corner is not sharp. Right off the bat, you know that it's not going to be a perfect wraparound. You're competing against roundness rather than sharp corners the way we have it up there. Well, the way to counter that problem is to simply put your wallpaper up against here and get a true reading of your corner by drawing a pencil line right at the point at which the corner makes its mark on the wallpaper, right in the center of your screen. So we would put the wallpaper, the long sheet, on the wall, and we would simply draw a line on our wallpaper, the entire length of the sheet. And then there's two things you could do. The first thing you could do is simply bend it according to the pencil line. But if you want it to be perfect, right? Because you could see that it's not perfectly straight, so how would you bend it perfectly straight? Don't rely on that. Let me show you what I would do. I would then take my wallpaper to my bench, and then I would score the backing. I would split it so that this backing no longer exerted force onto Grasscloth. If you simply just score the back without penetrating, of course, to the Grasscloth side, you would be eliminating the strength that this backing exerts on this in order to keep it constituted like that. So let me show you. Take my sheet and I'm going to eliminate exactly according to the line. Let's see what that does. Now, because it can bend this way easily, right? Look, we now have that. And we can also bend it this way. And you don't want to go so far as to cut the grass cloth. And then you have a perfect corner according to the contour of your angle. That is a very nice little box wrapped with nice grass cloth. And that's how you do it. This was a tedious job, but it was a good challenge, and you learn how to manage your time when you're dealing with tedious installation of manila hemp. You can't get paste on this, so to do that you have to mask off everything around it, but the results are beautiful. Take note that on the protective piece at the top, if you want to call it a soffit or whatever, you'll notice that the seams on the wall are the same as the seam on top. It's something to take into consideration. And so there we have it. Check that out, huh? Anybody like it? This has, I don't know how many colors, but those are just shadows that you see on the bottom right. Pretty cool, right? Well, if you're hanging wallpaper, grass cloth, particularly around LEDs, the opening for the LED and your wallpaper literally have to be sharper than your knife. And so you have to take that into consideration. These are more and more popular in the high-end homes. So you have to take into consideration the time that it's going to take to cut this piece of grass cloth right at the edge of the opening for the LED. You can't overlap it. It's got to be perfectly sharp. My favorite is blue. I can't find it. Anyway, there we have it. Another proud installation by yours truly. Thanks for watching my channel. Please consider subscribing. Please click on